Hey, it's Monday, October 18th, 2024, and we've got a lot of weather updates to cover today. Some big changes are coming to the lower 48 states, and we've got another tropical system to discuss. This could soon develop into a tropical storm or maybe even Hurricane Nadine as it heads toward the Caribbean.
Before diving deeper into that, let's talk about an update on Hurricane Milton. It's been a few days since it made landfall, and while it's no longer active, its effects are still being felt in Florida and even in Mexico. Sadly, 3 people lost their lives in Mexico, and 7 are still missing. In the US, the storm has claimed 27 lives, and about 400,000 homes in Florida are still without power. Some people may be without electricity for days, possibly even more than a week, due to the extensive damage.
Our team at Y Squad has been on the ground helping out. We've provided thousands of free meals from our center and sent trucks filled with supplies, water, and other essentials. We're also actively looking for more volunteers to assist. Thank you to everyone who has generously supported us with resources. It's making a huge difference. We're not done yet in North Carolina, Tennessee, or other areas impacted by Hurricane Helen either. This is going to be a long recovery process. If you'd like to continue supporting us in disaster relief efforts in Florida and North Carolina, please consider making a donation to Y'all's Squad.
Now, let's take a closer look at what's going on with Nadine. The storm isn't looking very impressive right now. You can see the thunderstorm activity moving in one direction, and it's not wrapping around the center of circulation. Although it's slightly more organized than yesterday, it's unlikely to intensify rapidly over the next 24 hours. Here's the latest projection from the GEFS model. The storm is currently in the main development region, MDR, of the Atlantic. It's rare for storms this time of year to move from the MDR into the Caribbean as they usually head out to sea. If a storm does impact the Caribbean or the southeastern US at this point in the season, it typically originates closer to those areas. Warm waters in the Caribbean are fueling storm development, and this could cause trouble for folks in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and other nearby areas. Many of you are probably wondering, will the storm head into the lower Caribbean, move into the Gulf, or drift into the Atlantic and impact the US? Right now, we don't know for sure. However, it seems likely that it will continue into the Caribbean and slowly develop into a hurricane, though I'm not certain it'll become a major one. Using the GFS model, as of Wednesday, October 16th, we can see the storm is still disorganized. No explosive growth is expected, unlike what we saw with Hurricane Milton or Hurricane Barry. It's likely to develop slowly and become more organized as it approaches the Lesser Antilles and Puerto Rico around Friday, October 18th.
Additionally, there's another storm forming near Central America. This system might start appearing on more weather models soon. There's no need to panic yet. It's likely to pass over the Yucatan Peninsula or Central America and move on quickly. If anything changes, I'll keep you updated. As we head into the weekend, the focus will remain on Nadine. If it tracks near the Dominican Republic, it could lose strength, but we have to stay vigilant. The abnormally warm waters in the Caribbean and Gulf have been intensifying hurricanes this year. Without strong wind shear to slow Nadine, it could continue strengthening, potentially posing a threat to the US or Central America. For those of you in Florida, or anyone living in areas the storm might reach, there's no need to worry right now, but it's always a good idea to stay prepared. We still have plenty of time to monitor this storm and make adjustments if necessary.
Looking further into the forecast, regardless of Nadine's impact, we're expecting a major shift in weather patterns across the US early this week. Tonight and into tomorrow, many parts of the eastern US will feel a sharp drop in temperatures. If you thought this morning was chilly, wait until tomorrow morning. It's going to be cold. We might even see snow at higher elevations, especially in the West Virginia mountains and the Adirondacks. This cold air will stick around for a bit, but as we approach the weekend, we'll see a slight warm-up. However, this will set the stage for the next big weather system. A cut-off low-pressure system will develop in the southwestern US, bringing warmer air to the east and potentially creating severe weather in the central states. With cold air moving south and warm air rising north, the clash between these air masses could trigger strong storms, including cold winds and possibly even tornadoes. We'll need to keep a close eye on these developments as we move into the weekend and early next week. However, this low-pressure system won't last long and will quickly clear out, restoring a familiar fall pattern across the U.S. That's autumn for you. We'll gradually get colder until winter officially arrives, bringing more snow into the mix.
Speaking of snow, with this week's first cold snap, we'll likely see some snow in the Appalachian Mountains. Large snowfall events are also expected in parts of Canada and the Rockies, extending down into Colorado and New Mexico. It's nearly time to break out the snow gear, folks. I'm a huge weather enthusiast, especially when it comes to snow. Tracking and predicting storms is my passion. If you're not into snow, well, you might not enjoy hearing me go on about it.
Finally, let's take a quick look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Once the cold front moves east, temperatures will rebound slightly. Stay tuned for more updates.